This Social Security measure gives at least some protection to 30 million of our citizens who will reap direct benefits through unemployment compensation, through old age pensions, and through increased services for the protection of children and the prevention of ill health.
On a quiet Wednesday morning, March 26th, 2025, somewhere in Middle America, in a cozy kitchen, 68-year-old Martha is sipping her coffee, watching the sunrise out her window. She's retired, living on a fixed income, and today is a big day for her. She leans forward, opens her banking app on her phone, and with a hopeful breath, she checks. Boom! The funds are in. Her Social Security check just dropped. But here's the thing. While Martha's story might seem ordinary, there's actually a lot going on behind the scenes of that one payment. New rules, new timelines, big changes. And if you're not paying attention, you might miss something important. So today we're going deep. But don't worry, I got you. We're keeping it real, breaking it all down like we're just chatting over lunch. You are welcome to Dollars in the Door. Here you will get insightful information about building a very successful lifestyle and balanced life all round. Remember to click the subscribe button and ring that bell for more updates before you proceed. What even is the SSA? The SSA, or Social Security Administration, is a U.S. government agency that gives people money when they really need it, like when they retire or become disabled. Here's what they do in simple terms. They pay monthly money to people who've worked and paid into the system through taxes. They help retirees live comfortably after they stop working. They help people with disabilities who can't work anymore. They support families who've lost someone they depended on. They give extra help to people with very low income through something called SSI, Supplementary Security Income. They also help with Medicare, which is health insurance for older adults. Think of the SSA as the part of the government that helps protect your money and your future, especially when life takes an unexpected turn. So if you've worked a job and paid taxes, you've probably been paying into Social Security already, whether you knew it or not. And that's one more reason why you need to know about the new rules. March 2025, Social Security Payment Schedule. Every month, millions of Americans like Martha wait on their Social Security payments like clockwork. But did you know that when you get paid, depends on your birthday? Yeah, true story. Here's how March 2025 was mapped out by the Social Security Administration. If you were born between the 1st and 10th, you got paid on March 12th. Born between the 11th and 20th, yours hit on March 19th. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and 31st, that last wave hits on March 26th, aka Martha's team. Now, the schedule isn't just random. It's how the SSA keeps things running smooth without crashing the system. That staggered payment plan helps avoid chaos. And yes, it gives people something predictable to count on. Knowing your exact payment day can make or break your month. It affects rent, groceries, even your meds. So being Team March 12th, 19th, or 26th, it's more than just a date. It's peace of mind. Who's actually getting paid on March 26th? So now you're thinking, wait, am I even in that March 26th group? Good question. Let's clear that up. You qualify for the March 26th payment if these two things are true. Your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st of any month. Yep, any month at all, not just March. And you started receiving your Social Security benefits after May 1997. Important note before you circle that March 26th date in your calendar. This doesn't apply to people who are on SSI, that's Supplemental Security Income. So if you're receiving SSI only, this next part is key. Before we move on, here's what SSI is in plain terms. It's a monthly payment program run by the Social Security Administration, SSA, that's specifically for people who have low income, few resources, and who are either 65 or older, blind, or living with a disability. SSA is based on your work history. SSI is based on your need. SSA equals earn. SSA equals support. Got it? Cool. Now, about the payment schedule. People on I got their March payment early on February 28th this time. Why? Because March 1st falls on a weekend, and the government doesn't do weekend deposits, so they paid it ahead of time. And that's it. No second payment until April 1st. So if you're on SSI only, just know, March 26th has nothing to do with your payment. That's for folks on Social Security SSA, not SSI. So, how much are we talking? For the March 26th payment, the maximum someone might receive is around $5,108. Yeah, that's the top tier club. Not everybody's in it. Average payout for most folks is around $2,025. This bump comes thanks to the 2.5% cost of living adjustment, aka COLA, that kicked in January 2025. It helps keep pace with rising costs because, well, groceries aren't getting cheaper. Before this increase, the average check was about $1,927, but now it's up to $1,976 for all retired workers. Every little bit helps, right? But just as folks are finally catching their breath with that small bump in payments, the Social Security Administration is hitting us with something new. Yep, fresh rules are rolling out, and you'll want to be ready. Let's talk about the new rules. Starting April 14th, 2025, the SSA is rolling out tighter identity verification protocols. What does that mean? In short, if you're applying for certain Social Security benefits or making major changes to your account, you might need to verify your identity in person at your local SSA office. Yeah, no more just clicking, verify online and moving on. Specifically, this affects new applicants for retirement, survivors, or spousal benefits, current recipients making major account updates. And if the SSA can't confirm your identity digitally, time to take a trip to the office. If you're unsure where you stand, don't stress. Just call the SSA at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov. Help is right there when you need it. But wait, there are exceptions. Now, before you panic, take a deep breath. There are exceptions. If you're applying for Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, Medicare, or SSI, and you can't access the online system, you can still verify your identity over the phone. It's a lifesaver for folks with disabilities or mobility issues. The SSA did think this through, thankfully. Now, you might be asking why the crackdown? So, why all this hassle? 2 words: fraud prevention. Yeah, unfortunately, scams have become way too common. People are out here trying to steal benefits that don't belong to them. The SSA is tightening security to make sure your check ends up in your hands, not in the hands of some random scammer in another state. Quick tip: if you haven't already, set up a direct deposit. It's not only faster, it's also way more secure. Paper checks can get lost, stolen, or delayed, but direct deposit, it's there, on time, safe and sound. If you've got that set up, your money for March 26th will hit your bank account that morning. No lines, no waiting. Look, Social Security isn't just some government program. It's your lifeline. For many, it's the difference between making ends meet and struggling to survive. So here's what you can do today. Double-check your payment eligibility, update your direct deposit info if needed. Mark your calendar for that March 26th drop. Prepare for those new ID verification rules starting April 14th. The system's evolving, and staying informed is the best way to stay in control. Because Martha didn't just hope the money would come in, she knew it would, because she kept herself in the loop. Be like Martha. That's it for today, fam. If this helped you feel a little more prepared, don't just keep it to yourself. Be the Martha in your circle, the one who knows what's up and helps others stay ahead. Share this with someone you love because these checks matter. You can also subscribe to our newsletter on our website at dollarsinthedoor.com to get more updates from us, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, and Blue Sky at Dollars in the Door.